Having a positive result while in quarantine, I can't imagine the stress that people experience or go through. Like, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go. What am I supposed to do? When can I be released from the hotel? Luckily, majority of travelers who test positive in quarantine hotels are asymptomatic and mild, which is good. So get your vaccinations po if you can, it helps. While others bring their own antigen kits, but please know that that will not be acknowledged. One Filipina brought antigen kits, I think 3 of them. She all tested negative with antigen kits that she had, but she tested positive with the RT-PCR that was done in the hotel by the testing laboratories, and that is the only one that will be honored. You're already positive. Antigen kits are not even regulated yet. They don't even have an approved testing kit yet. Yeah, we're very far behind living with COVID, and we don't have home test kits. What? Anyways, this video, the point of this video is to guys let you know what are the options if you test positive. What to do, Jennifer? So we don't often talk about this before Omicron, but right now we're always talking about it. So, what's the protocol? Let's just review. If you get a positive result po, you receive a positive result, you can check it on One Health Pass. You have to wait till BOQ contacts you. Your testing laboratories, either PadLab, Detoxicare, Red Cross ba yan, they will not release your result. Only the Bureau of Quarantine will release your result. And what you can do is just contact them or wait for them to contact you. But the protocol po is another 10 days quarantine. So, day 1 will be the day of swab. Sometimes, day 1 is the day of the release of result. So, for example, I'm fully vaccinated. I'm galing sa US, or yellow list country. I arrived in the Philippines January 10. I got swabbed on January 14. Nag-positive ako. Lumabas yung result January 15. So, January 14 is day 1. And from that, plus 9. So, kung nag-arrive ako January 10, nag-positive ako, yellow list, fully vaccinated, makakalabas ako ng quarantine by, I will be released from the quarantine hotel by January 23. So you see right there, more than 14 days of quarantine po. So reminder for those only going home for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, please. If it's not essential, if it's not emergency, I would rather just postpone your flight. But if sometimes no, kasi if you rebook your flight kasi you have to pay fare difference. If you're still pushing for your flight to the Philippines for your vacation during this Omicron surge, be over-prepared. Listen up. What we can do pag nag-positive? We have 3 options. First is stay in the hotel. That hotel you booked at, stay ka dyan. The pros, it will be more comfortable because you chose this hotel. It has better bed, cleaner, I would say, I guess, no? Pero, it means that you will be paying for your own expenses. Nano OFWs to ha. OFWs po, always libre. Wala kayong iisiping gastos, negative man or positive kayo. I'm talking to non-OFWs right now. Non-OFWs po, first option, stay in the hotel. Pros, more comfortable stay, but more expensive. You'll be covering for that 14 days, 15 days quarantine. So, start multiplying. How much is the per night of your hotel? If it's 3,000, 45,000. That's 3,000 per night. So, start multiplication. But a wiser option would be, if masyadong mahal, get a travel insurance that would cover quarantine stay. Another option, the second option, if mag-positive po tayo, is get transferred by BOQ. So, if you get transferred by BOQ po, your quarantine stay in their isolation facility by the government will be free, including the food. However, right now, as of now, full na po yung mga isolation facilities ng government. Kaya, it's just based on availability. Plus, it can be really far. One kababayan D who tested positive, she's a former Filipino, she got positive result po. And she was offered by BOQ to be transferred to their isolation facility. Where is it? In Batangas. She shared to me, Jen, my experience po kasi this morning, may tumawag po sa akin, susunduin na ako from BOQ. Pero they won't provide a document for my transfer. She's very worried and scared of these people who will pick her up. So she refused for this isolation facility. They were offering a place in Batangas, and that's really far away. Really far away. So although it may hurt her wallet, her pocket, she chose to stay in the hotel po. They offered Grand Canyon Woods sa Batangas. Really far po. I heard wala masyadong public transportation doon. Kababayan who availed the BOQ isolation facility, Ria. So Ria was transferred in Batangas to finish her isolation facility, and not so good experience. According to her, she arrived December 30. According to her po, travel was difficult. She did not eat for almost 9 hours. They arrived at the isolation facility and they had a short briefing by the nurse. They filled up some documents, but there were no Wi-Fi in the rooms. And that the hotel was situated in the uphill, so the mobile connection is bad. They gave us a number to contact for medical concerns. They said they weren't sure if they will be able to address our concerns on time if we had one at any point because they are short-staffed. Yung aircon di yung gumagana. The air condition doesn't work, and it will take us 3 days to find a new room because they are fully booked. They had no toiletries of any sorts. She had to deal it for 7 days. The bathroom smelled awful. I can smell it even when the bathroom door was closed. So I've been hearing bad reviews with the isolation facility of BOQ po. I think it depends on the person's experience then. Another experience with a kababayan who availed LGU quarantine facility. Yes, that is possible. We just found out recently. If you test positive, you can be transferred to your final destination and you can finish your quarantine there. If you want to avail LGU facility quarantine, you must get an acceptance letter signed by the chief health officer or the mayor of your city, indicating in that letter that they will monitor and you will continue your quarantine at a quarantine facility in your respective LGU, and this is subject still by the approval of the BOQ. And that is what Raymar did. He tested positive and he was worried. I have to be very patient kasi ubus baon ko sa bakasyon if I'm not careful, if I'm not wise. So he contacted his LGU in Tarlac and they were kind enough to accommodate him for his quarantine because he tested positive. So he will be picked up by his LGU and dun natatapusin. He will finish his quarantine there in his LGU in a facility. And it's for free. The food is free. The hotel is free. Another kababayan, Alicia, also did this. She is from UK. She traveled with her husband and her 2-year-old son. Pero not so good din yung experience nila because the LGU facility po, it's not something that, well, it's not a hotel standard. It's more like lodging in, ganun guys. They said that the room daw was a bit messy and the sheets did not look clean. The foams were very thin na almost wala na. They felt like they were sleeping on the wood. Air condition wasn't working. Although they had plenty of water provided, food. Yeah, but the AC yung hindi umaandar at yung beds parang luma, hindi clean tingnan guys. LGU facility, majority po talaga yan, hindi po talaga magaganda. In the standards of a person living abroad, pangit po talaga. Pero in the standards of a poor Filipino po, this is just normal, general po ito. I'm just being brutally honest here. We are used to comfortable po, life abroad. I would suggest stay in the hotel. Stay in the hotel you are staying at. So get travel insurance or prepare money just in case you get a positive result. Nobody wants to have positive result, pero since right now it's been alarmingly very common, we need to equip ourselves with the information. Again, I'll just review: stay in the hotel, BOQ transfer, LGU facility. So far with these two, not so good reviews with the facilities. So if you want comfortable, maybe stay in the same hotel, but you must insist. If BOQ questions it, you must insist that I am staying here in the hotel. I feel safe here. Exercise your right. For those who have the same experience, comment down below. For those wondering, hindi nag-positive but wants to quarantine in the LGU, no. This option is only for those close contacts and those who test positive. Close contacts, I'm talking about people who quarantine with another person, let's say husband and wife. The husband is positive, the wife is negative. The person who is negative is considered already close contacts and must quarantine in the same hotel for 14 days. Another option, facility in the LGU. Right now, Omicron is really very spread out in the Philippines. You already know, people here are having flu, sick. In fact, more areas in the country are put under alert level 3, a stricter measure, especially for the unvaccinated. Now, this is it. If you really need to travel to the Philippines, please be over-prepared. While if hindi naman po really essential or emergency and you can postpone it, that would be a better option. Let's just wait till this Omicron surge matapos po. But this is all for this video po. Stay safe and God bless you.